This is a 1990 Toyota Cressida. It's not the car we bought, but it's got a story I'm gonna tell. Ugh. This is a proof of concept. Not the car, what I'm doing right now. Chris Hayes from the Chris Hayes from shoutengine.com, get your own damn podcast, asked us if Regular Car Reviews is interested in doing a podcast. And yes, we are. We don't exactly know what we're going to do yet. But if we do a podcast, and it's likely we'll do something, it will be with Shout Engine. This is a 1990 Toyota Cressida. It belongs to my father, and before that it belonged to my grandmother, and before that it belonged to my grandfather. My grandfather was a World War II pilot. He flew a PV-1 Ventura in World War II, but he wasn't in the European theater or the Pacific theater. He was stationed in South America, and I'm not sure where. I know the Nazis had something to do and some sort of dealings in South America, but I don't know what. My grandfather flew a PV-1 Ventura as a sub hunter, and that's what he did. But I don't know a whole lot about his history with the war, but I do know that when he came back from the war, he came back with a bunch of stuff. The story I was told is that he knew the quartermaster, and the quartermaster, if you would sweet talk him, would help you arrange the papers if you wanted to bring any sort of equipment or issue or things back with you. What happened was there was a small cargo plane that went down near the base. It was lost in the ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean, and lost all its cargo. So what the quartermaster did was put any sort of item that you had, be it a handgun, a bayonet, or who knows what, something you looted, he would have placed that item on that plane until the manifest for that plane got longer and longer and longer. And then some CO or some higher up said in a very knowing fashion, "Well, no wonder this plane went down. It was overloaded. There was even a Jeep in here." And never mind, it was like a small single-engine cargo plane. So that was my grandfather. I don't remember too much about him. He passed away in 1990. Which means, yes, he bought this car and didn't even have it 1 year before he passed on. It reminded him of an airplane. That's what I remember him saying. In that the Toyota Cressida it's just a sea of buttons here. Way before touch screens, way before multifunction displays, just this. Everything has just one button to control everything. And of course you hit this open and close button, and then, yeah, you control how hot, how much you want the air to blow, and from where it comes from. It's an automatic transmission, and I don't know if manual transmission Cressidas ever existed. And the Toyota Cressida is not the four-door Supra everybody wants you to believe it is. Yes, it has an inline six. Yes, it is similar to the inline six that was used in the Toyota Supra, but the 7M GE, which powers this car, is not quite the same as the Toyota Supra. And I'm also doing this driving and talking to prove that we can be raconteurs for a little bit. It does not have to be complete, heavily edited content that you're used to hearing in the normal regular car reviews. I suppose it's easy for me to do this because this is a familiar car to me, and this is a car I hope to inherit someday. This Toyota Cressida has 77,000 original miles, and it's a 1990. And I apologize, I can't do the math in my head. What is this, 2014? So this is 24 years old? 24-year-old car. And the only thing, the leather is worn a little bit, and that's from having a sunroof. I work hard, I play hard. I suppose I could do the voices for you. One of the things I'm wondering about with regular cars is how long can we stay anonymous? How long can we keep our identities secret? Not that we're anybody special, but you've grown used to having two guys tell you about cars and we never appear, aside from my hands. In a way, I suppose we're the American Ashens, although Ashens shows his face from time to time. And he has a cartoon devoted to himself. And by cartoon, I mean the introductory cows, the introductory little animated things with his eyes when he goes, hello, and I can't do a British accent very well. Or English accent. It is a British accent or English accent? Oh, you got me. I had a cut a little bit. I had a pause, I had a brain fart. The Toyota Cressida looks like there would be an airbag here, but there isn't. There's no airbag over there either. You have my grandpa's GPS system right there. A Brookstone. Would have been an old Brookstone, because he would either have bought that little compass in 1990 or had it in a previous car. So how old is that Brookstone compass? And it's still correct. We are heading east. The car we did buy to replace our Toyota Echo is a 2007 Honda Fit. It has 100,000 miles on it. I bought it for very cheap. Again, regular cars would not be able to do what it does if it wasn't for you and fund anything. Big pothole. We were tempted, or I was tempted, to buy a very nice car. To buy a very... Is this guy letting me buy? Thank you. Oh, no, I guess he's home. We were tempted, or I was tempted, to buy a very nice car. And this is a very Pennsylvania thing right here. Two people having a conversation right in the middle of the road. They'll probably continue it after I go. Yes. Oh, yeah, they're backing up. Continue what they're talking about. Yeah, Regular Cars is a relentlessly Pennsylvanian show. I apologize to everybody else around the lower 48. And it's interesting that I said lower 48. My previous job was in Alaska. And I worked a contract job up there that it's neither here nor there what it is. I suppose I'll tell you my line of work someday. But the contract job was up. I come back to Pennsylvania, had no job, and started making little videos for fun. And then less than a year later, or rather about 6 months later, I get a call back from my old supervisor, say, you want to come back from Alaska? We can't find anybody else to do the job that you could do. So I said, yes, I'd like to come back. And I talked a little bit about him, and then as, you know, they had to go back and forth with a few people, a bunch of weeks went by, and then the Jalopnik article dropped. Thank you, Matt Hardeggy and everybody else from Jalopnik. And then I began to think, could Regular Cars be something more than just a silly YouTube experiment in crass entertainment? So I decided not to go back to Alaska and stay in Pennsylvania and see where this little car show can take us. And then you guys stepped in when we lost our Echo, and we now have this budget. So we're open to suggestions what we should do. We are going on a road trip. It's going to be sometime in June. We're leaving Pennsylvania and going to Boulder, Colorado. That's our terminus. That's where the road trip will end. We don't know how many stops we're going to make on the way. I don't know where we're going to stay, but the logical thing to do to be able to meet as many people as possible is within the 2-week time span. We could only get 2 weeks off from work. So within those 2 weeks, we have to be efficient in the way we use our time on the road. It would be nice to go to everybody's house, to party with people, you can show us around the town. I'd love to do that. And I considered it. If we had time, how fun would it be to just stay on the road for a few months and just do that? But we only have 2 weeks to go, so we will decide in what cities we're going to stop. We say, we're going to be here at this date, here's where we're staying, here's the meetup location, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. I think we can, oh, this is going to be an interesting hill. Oh, this is a big hill. Okay, right now in economy mode, the Toyota Cressida wants to stay in high gear to climb this hill. I'm going to put it in power, lock out the thing, and here we go. Come on, you buddy. There it is. Oh, nice. May not be a 4-door Supra, but click it down into 2. I know you want the voices, and I'm gonna give you the voices. There is so much gravel left on these roads, left over from winter. That's another Pennsylvania thing. After the winter, the snow's finally, oh wow. Nice. All right, out of attack mode. Oh, there we go. People in other countries and in warmer climates and California, road salts, all the ash and the cinders and all the stuff left over from the snow. Here's another hill. Left over from when the snow melts, all the ash stays on the road. I thought about taking my motorcycle out today, but nope. I am not going out on these roads with smooth tires and all, it's like just loose sandpaper grit just sprinkled all over the roads. Anyway, what was I talking about? The road trip. So we'll find out places we're gonna be. We'll have some sort of timetable. We're gonna be at this location at this time, this city, this location, this time. A few stops, and then we'll be in Boulder, Colorado for a weekend. I have a friend who lives in Boulder, and I've been saying I've been gonna visit for ever since he moved out, and now we have the money to do it. So we're gonna stay in Boulder for a weekend and then take it easy. We'll film while we're there, but be able to take it slow and then drive back. I know the route we're going to take is going to be Interstate 80. Whether we go home a different route, I don't know. We could just film on the way out, take it easy in Boulder, and then just go back. Just do a straight shot back to Pennsylvania. I certainly am open to suggestions. But before we go on the road trip, we're also going to go to LA. LA is going to be May 2nd to May 4th. We are going to be on the Smoking Tire podcast with Matt Farah again. And again, Regular Cars would not be what it is without our cars on Reddit, and which I believe is where Matt Farah found us. So we would not have the reach or the fan base. Car coming. We would not have the reach or the fan base if it wasn't for all of these factors. Matt Farah and his team, the Jalopnik guys, everybody on Opposite Lock, our cars on Reddit, the good guys over at, let's see, Car Throttle. They're also very nice to us. And the Hooniverse likes us too. It's a new world for us. And to think that this mouth of mine, which all it's done for me is gotten me sent to the guidance office in school and then to human resources in the real world, a sewage treatment plant of a vocabulary that has been a hindrance to me and my enemy most of my life, is now a positive tool? I don't really know what to make of that. but maybe you can make out something. So, have a very good Sunday to you, and a new review will be out tomorrow.